All right, let's dive into one of the biggest tech releases of the year. There's a ton of noise out there, but today we're going to cut through it all. We're focusing only on the most credible leaks and rumors to give you a really clear picture of what the new iPhone 16 is all about. So let's get right to it. This isn't just about another tiny incremental step forward. The word on the street is that the iPhone 16, especially the Pro models, could be a massive leap. We're talking about changes you can actually see and feel and some seriously powerful new features that change how you use the phone, especially when it comes to AI. So I think the first question on everybody's mind is pretty simple. When can we actually get one? Let's take a look at the timeline.
The thing about Apple is they run like a Swiss watch. Their launch schedule is incredibly predictable. So based on their yearly cycle, we can be pretty darn sure the big announcement will be on Tuesday, September 10th. Pre-orders will almost certainly kick off that Friday the 13th, and the phones will officially go on sale a week later on September 20th. Go ahead, mark it on your calendar.
Okay, so we've got the when. Now for the part everyone's a little nervous about, the how much. What kind of damage is this new phone going to do to the bank account? Well, for the most part, things look pretty stable. The standard iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus, they're rumored to stick to the same starting prices as last year. But see that little asterisk next to the Pro Max? That's the big story. There's a very strong rumor that it could see a price jump. So why the $100 bump? Well, sources are pointing to the rising cost of new materials. We're talking more advanced titanium, and more importantly, a much more complicated and expensive camera system. It really just seems to boil down to one thing. Better, more advanced tech, well, it costs more to make. All right, let's move on from price. What's this new iPhone actually going to look and feel like in your hand? Let's get into the physical changes we're expecting to see. This right here is probably the biggest physical change. It's a new capture button, and it's expected on all four models. Just think of it like a dedicated shutter button on a real camera. It's designed to let you quickly launch the camera and start shooting photos or video. Honestly, for anyone who shoots a lot of content, this could be a total game changer, making the iPhone feel way more like a professional camera. We're also seeing a little throwback in the design department. The standard iPhone 16 and 16 Plus are set to ditch that diagonal camera layout we've seen for a few years. Instead, they're going back to the vertical look from the iPhone 12. And this isn't just for aesthetics. The rumor is that this change is actually necessary to enable some new spatial video recording features. And of course, it wouldn't be a new iPhone without new colors, right? The standard models are getting a familiar but refreshed look, while the Pro lineup is rumored to get some really slick new titanium finishes. I've heard a lot of buzz about that rose gold and a new deep purple. Okay, the outside stuff is cool, but let's be real, the real magic is what's happening on the inside. So let's shift gears and talk about the internal upgrades, because this is where things get really exciting. First up, the screens are getting bigger. The iPhone 16 Pro is getting a little growth spurt, going from 6.1 inches up to 6.3 inches. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but that extra space makes a genuine difference when you're watching videos or trying to get work done. And it does it without making the phone feel huge. But the Pro Max? Whoa. It's rumored to be a massive 6.9 inches. That will officially make it the largest iPhone ever built. I mean, we're talking about a screen that is basically a small tablet that fits in your pocket. It's going to be huge. And powering all of this is the brand new A18 Pro chip. It's built on this next-gen 3nm tech. So what does that actually mean for you and me? It's simple, really. A whole lot more power and even better battery life. This chip is the engine that makes all the other big changes possible. But here's the thing. This new chip isn't just about making games run faster. Its main job, its whole purpose, is to unlock a new era of on-device artificial intelligence for the iPhone. We're expecting a radically smarter Siri and AI features woven through the entire operating system, all happening securely on your phone, not in the cloud. And that powerful new chip also unlocks a huge jump for the camera. The Pro models are rumored to be getting a new periscope lens, which would allow for up to 10x optical zoom. For perspective, that's double what we have now. It means you can get incredibly close to your subject without losing any image quality. It's a massive deal for photographers. Okay, we've talked dates, price, design, and all the new tech. Which, brings us to the million-dollar question. Should you actually go out and spend your hard-earned money on this thing? Let's try to make this easy. I'm going to break it down into a simple yes or no framework to help you decide if this is your year to upgrade.
So you should absolutely think about upgrading if you're still rocking an iPhone 13 or anything older than that. The jump in performance, battery life, and camera quality is going to feel absolutely massive. Also, if you're the kind of person who just wants the biggest screen you can get, or if you need those cutting edge AI features and that crazy zoom lens, then yeah, the iPhone 16 Pro is being made specifically for you. On the other hand, it's probably a good idea to skip this one if you already have an iPhone 14 or 15. I mean, the 16 is definitely an upgrade, but it might not be a big enough leap to really justify the cost. And let's be honest, if you couldn't care less about advanced AI or a 10x zoom camera, and your current phone does everything you need it to, there is absolutely no shame in waiting another year.
So, as we wrap this all up, it's pretty clear the iPhone 16 isn't just about a new button or a slightly bigger screen. The real story here is that powerful new chip that's built from the ground up for artificial intelligence. And that leaves us with one final big question to chew on. Is this the year that AI finally transforms our phones from just being tools into being true, helpful assistants? I guess we'll all find out this September.